Greetings, salutations everyone. Welcome back to some more Limbus Company today. I am very excited for this. We're going to be getting to the Ishmael dungeon. We're in the White Whale. I'm excited. Canto 5 dungeon is my favorite. Ooh, that's exciting. I will say I have been thinking about it today, and I am not entirely sure what team I want to bring into the dungeon. One kind of annoying bus and two delightfully great buses. Ooh. So out of my so yeah, we're entirely at the dungeon. Suppress the dungeon bus into select. We need to select our team, and we can select a support. Oh, one thing of note. I opened some of my yellow boxes a couple days ago and used some of my shards and dispensed the Renovauvist Docent Radian. And I've tried to in a dungeon or two. I can't remember. 1 or 2 mirror dungeons, which brings my Ring team up to a nice function. You like her? I've really been enjoying this kind of arena team. The more I've played since getting him, the Reen Nurse Father Hanalu has to be one of my favorite characters to play with currently. I really like him. But I want to make sure, at least I think I want to do this. I want to make sure I bring a Ishmael into the dungeon with me. I think my only real good Ishmael that I have is House of Spiders, Middle Apprentice. There's like a couple different ways we could do this. We could take you in with my arena team, because just applying some burn does work decently enough with my arena team. It's helpful. We could bring a support middle character in and kind of have a sort of middle team if I want to make use of it. Technically, I had another thought. I could level up the Parquad Captain, but I don't know if the Parquad Captain Ishmael is that great. I'm not sure. Any other ideas I had? The other ideas, I could use a support. Let's go to where I can actually see available supports. She's more good at support. Yeah. So if I go to support and look at Ishmael's. There. Oh, I can't choose a support Ishmael. Never mind, this actually simplifies things, I suppose. I'm not choosing a support Ishmael for the dungeon. Just had that idea. Maybe I don't. One other idea, in that case, another team that House of Spiders Ishmael works with is a blade of the House of Spiders. However, I feel like it might be a little bit weird, a little bit odd, if I do have a blade of the House of Spiders and she kills my Ishmael in Ishmael's Canto, because that's, I assume, yeah, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem good. I have been doing more pulls for Blade of the House of Spiders, by the way. Maybe we just do my arena team. So we do something like this, and then we do like, because they have some decent envy, and kind of go envy. Yeah, maybe we just do the arena one. I think that'll actually lead to an Atto defeat if Ishmael dies. Yeah, let's not bring the Blade of the House of Spiders. Even though I really want to get the Blade of the House of Spiders, let's not Atto lose. Oh, let me actually, I've selected it. Let me, how do I unselect it? How? I guess I have to select a different support. Do we have a support? Maybe I select. I'm going to throw in a middle little brother. We might use him. We might not. Might be fun to. Oh, should I maybe switch? Yeah, we will do Reen, and we can switch to middle if we feel like it, I suppose. Let's just go in like this. Let's try stuff. Current average level at 39, recommended level 40. So the reason that is, let's see. It's because technically these and manager, but I'm not even really planning on using those foe. Okay, I'm ignoring that. The characters we're actually using are at level 40.
밧줄은 퀴키그의 어마어마한 악력으로 그리고 자신만이 아는 방식으로 직접 꼬았었기에.
It is sad that Queequeg's ropes twisted by her powerful grip and her esoteric techniques.
세상의 그 어떤 매듭보다
Are tougher than any other rope in the world.
그리고
Queequeg told me to not leave her alone in the cold, dark lake.
성장인 채로 가라앉아서
That she didn't want the whales and mermaids to tear her apart and devour her when her corpse sinks deep into its water. You know, to be fair, I don't want whales and mermaids to tear me apart. I think that is a fair sentiment.
그건 나도 마찬가지였다.
I agreed.
나만이 알고 있는
The wounds on her skin that only I know of. The memories of her pain. I didn't want those monsters to heartlessly rip into them, to gorge themselves with her scoured flesh.
그래서
I don't think we've seen a Queequeg left yet in this. So Queequeg built herself a coffin. Oh wow.
밧줄을 있는 힘껏
Built howdily and fastened with ropes, twisted and knotted with all her strength, so that her coffin would not sink, no matter how precariously the ship swayed. Five, 7, and 9 for you. I'm really excited for 7. I'm really excited for 7.
나는 그 관에 걸린 끈을
My
손바닥이
hands
찢어지도록
gripping
붙잡고
onto
있었다.
that very same rope tied to the coffin was starting to peel and bleed.
소용돌이의 호수로부터
And my
나를
dearest
지탱하는
friend's hollow
친구의
coffin
관뿐이었다.
was the only thing keeping me afloat on that whirling lake.
아무도
Is anyone out there? Oh, look at that. I feel like I've seen this before earlier in the Canto. Did you see like a glimpse of this image earlier, I think? Maybe? I don't think we saw as far as where the puckwad was here. I wasn't here when Ricardo was fat, but how did it go? We beat him in one try. I think it helped that I had middle Heathcliff.
기쿼드호의 파편만이 떠 있는
It was
호수에서
fun though. It was a fun fight.
목청껏 부르짖었다.
In that empty lake, stranded amidst the Paquad's desolation, I called out from the top of my lungs, "Please, anyone, say something, anything!"
이 세상에서
When I
나와
realized
함께했던
that
사람들이
everyone
빠짐없이
I
전부
ever had
사라져버렸다는
any
걸
ties
알았을
to
때
had, in the blink of an eye, been taken from this world.
혼자 헐떡이며 숨을 쉬고 있는
My
내
gasping, wheezing self, barely holding on to life, seemed
내 배에 올라타라. 그리고 호수 밑바닥 끝까지
Is this the
가는 거다.
captain? Come aboard my ship and sail with me to the cold abyss of the lake.
물을 가득 머금고 숨을 쉬고 있는
Excited for the new Otis ID? Actually, that's something I was going to bring up on this stream. I'm a little tone because I have like currently all but one of the House of Spiders IDs that matter for the blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu, which is one of the reasons I want to get the blade of the House of Spiders, because I already have a great team for him. Now if I get the blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu though, then she's going to have synergy with the new Otis ID, right? Because at least I think. My understanding is the new Otis ID is going to be middle and nurse father. Am I right? I might be right. I might be wrong. And if she is middle nurse father, then she will have actually likely synergy with the Ishmael we're using today. And she'll have a synergy with the Ryoshu that is currently up, and at this rate I might have to use shouts to get, but I think I'm going to use shouts if I don't pull here. So the question is, no, the answer is that she'd be very good for me to get, right? Now, I really don't want to. She is one character I do not want to use shouts on, because of the fact that I want to save all my Otis shouts for Walpurgisnacht. Which I don't know when that's coming, but I want to save my Otis shouts for Walpurgis. I shouted a bunch of the House of Spiders IDs not long ago. They're fun. Yes, they are. I've been enjoying them. Which is an amusing thing, given that I'm not a fan of spiders. But I think I maybe should start just saving all of my sanity for Otis's banner, so I have sanity for that, and I don't have to spend any Otis shouts if I can pull here, and I can save my Otis shouts for Walpurgis, and in that case, maybe I should just immediately use my Ryoshu shards to shard the Ryoshu and not do any more pulls. This is something I've been thinking about a bit today. Also, the new Otis has some fire in her animation, so she might do some burn, which I like. Oh, I don't think I read that line. Not even I, drowning yet breathing, could escape Captain Ahab. Even in this deafening silence, Ahab's echoing bellows strangle me. Even in a death, my mates remain trapped with the captain. In joy and in sorrow, I'll never forget. I currently have like 470-ish yellow boxes saved too, so I can get Ryoshu pretty easily. This strands that were ripped away from me, I'll be buried in this lake forever to my last grasping breath. Something about the middle chain making a sound when they attack is something I like. I haven't noticed that myself, actually. Did I try as I might to escape the rising waters, only loneliness fills my lungs. It seems we're alive.
항상 말했잖아. 너한테.
Who is this? Who is attacking? Always told you I did.
줄 꽉 잡지 않으면 가라앉는다고.
I don't know who's attacking. My guess is either Ahab or Queequeg, but I'm not sure. Or someone else entirely. It's not one of the sinners, it's not Dante, it's not Indigo. Rope, grab tight, sink. I don't... You... How long have you been here?
난 여기에 있었어. 항상.
Always been here. Ooh, Ishmael's level rises to 40. Ishmael's appetite and threat spin tiers rise to tier 4. Okay, neither of those change anything for me because I actually use this Ishmael. Ishmael gains compulsion at the start of every encounter. Whale gut. Oh, this looks like a stomach or something. Okay. Alright, fixed member needed. Okay, we will put here in, we will go actually I'm kind of torn. We're going to try Rena Pantelist student. I don't know how good Rena Pantelist student really is. I've been using him in some mirror dungeon, but it's kind of hard for me to tell if it's the rest of my Rena curing him. I haven't paid enough attention. But I like the way he applies a bunch of statuses. Could use a middle identity, but I'm kind of leaning. Yeah.
이거 참 설레는구려.
The immediate sensation upon waking up was that it was moist and cold, yet hardly roam in some places. By the way, let me know if anything weird happens with the sound in the stream. I've changed something with my sound. It should sound exactly the same, but it might not. I have like a new sound system, kind of. It should be set up the same though. Where are we? There's this Lana River-like scene. If we follow it, maybe... No.
뭔가 나오지 않을까요?
There will be something at the end of it. Hanlu. Let's not go deeper into this topic. I don't think so. Seems like a bad idea. I think we want to get out. Hanlu, how can you always be so calm about everything? You see, I think that's just how that fella is with pretty much everything.
아니, 그런 뜻이 아니라
No, that's not what I mean, where do you guys think this is?
저희는
Wait, just...
알고 있다.
I am well aware.
그것의 뱃속으로
We rode into the maws of the beast of our own volition. Actually, I think they were... Weren't they rowing away? I think they were rowing away. Not long ago.
우리가 황금 가지를 삼킨
I'm proposing that we... Oh, right, we didn't hear the full, plan, did we? I'm proposing that we... into the stomach of the whale that devoured the golden bough.
미쳤군. 아까 혼자서
You're mad! And that thrashing's finally sent you off the deep end!
이건 내 목적일 뿐이에요.
I'm not
겸사겸사
just...
가는 길에 황금 가지가 있는 거고.
I'm just going there for my mission. And the golden bough just happens to be in the way.
당신들 알아서
I'll
결정해.
leave it up to you. Well,
관리자님의 결정이 제일
to the
중요하겠죠.
manager, since their decision matters the most.
아무튼 이 회사나 저나 목적을 달성하려는 방법을 모색할 뿐이에요.
Yes! Despite the fact that Heathcliff is not exactly the most reasonable character in the world, it was a very reasonable reaction from him. This company, me, we're both just trying to find a way to reach our goals. That's all this is.
그리고 딱히 이렇게 할
Besides,
방법도 없잖아요.
does anyone have a better idea?
그것이 황금 가지를
If that
삼켰고
thing swallowed the golden bough, and if that golden bough really counteracts that damned Pallid Whale's pallidification effects, then
우리가 그 안에 들어가더라도
we just might be able to survive without getting affected by it.
도박이 아이스. 그건
That's a gamble, Ishi. There's just...
알아요. 그리고
Yeah,
그건
you
당신이
should know.
좋아하는 것 중 하나죠.
It's one of your favorite things.
관리자님은 어떻게 생각하세요?
What do you think, manager? Ishmael looked at me with expectant eyes, as though she knew I had no choice but to agree to this plan. Her eyes were telling me, you came this far for the golden bough. You're not going to go back empty-handed now, are you?
6시간.
6. 1 second, I need a drink. 6 hours.
그 이후로
If I don't hear anything from you in 6 hours, I'll CA will be taking over the rest of this mission. What's LCA? Limbus Company. Something.
LCA 팀이 넘겨받으면
Okay, LCA takes over the mission and then what?
글쎄,
Well, if they hear the very unfortunate news
소식을
that all of you decided to row into the whale's belly and got yourselves trapped,
그 거대하고
they'll be having a long internal discussion about how they could blow that Pallid Whale apart.
그 이후로는
Then a very lengthy battle will ensue. Okay, let me get this straight. If we fail to find the golden bow stuck somewhere inside the whale's stomach in 6 hours, you won't hesitate blowing us to smithereens along with the whale. Did I get that
이
right?
말은 굳이 전달드리지 않겠습니다.
I will not relay that comment. Host, what do you think of our odds?
0은 아니지만 0을
Our
수령한다고
odds
생각합니다.
are non-zero, but it may as well be nil.
적어도
At
지금
least
우리가
with the
가지고 있는
currently known
변수들은
그래
variables.
가능은 하다는 거죠.
So we have a chance. Do you have any other ideas that might get us the golden bow?
그 또한 지금으로서는 없습니다.
No, not at this moment.
하지만 낮은
What I
확률일
can
것으로
tell you,
생각했던
however,
방식으로
is that we
작전을
have a
극적으로
history
성공시켜왔던 것은
of
사실이라고
dramatically
말씀드릴 수
completing
있습니다.
missions with a veritably low chance of success. Okay, then let's get this done.
역시 계획이 없는 것이 더욱
Indeed,
계획적이라는
the lack
생각입니다.
of plan becomes the plan itself.
저만의 새롭게 세운 이론을
This solidifies the
공부하게
veracity of my new theory even further. Luckily, we didn't lose any sinews on the way down. All 12 of them made it down here, just as we planned. But, guys, where's the boat? Has it been digested or something? The boat was nowhere to be seen. Time to fight whatever is in the whale's stomach? Yeah, it was quite optimistic that it could survive. Oh, look at the way the background moves. I suppose it makes sense that it would be mermaids down here. Do I have... I do.
이거 금강 맞지? 야! 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
다음엔
Okay, there we
당신의
go.
소재를 써보고 싶습니다.
Oh. One enemy left. Okay. Okay, going to be a very quick fight, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think it's surviving this. I'm not sure if it even survives Hanlu.
훌륭한
No.
예술적이네요.
Have you read through how Docent Radian works? Yes. Do I always remember everything about how No. I think I can't remember one of the ways she transforms off the top of my head. It's right, inflicted Pallid Vibrant 3 times. Okay, that's the one that's not exactly easy to control. That just kind of happens sometimes. Not the most reliable way to transform here, but the 2 easy ways, the 2 most straightforward ways are critique twice, which usually takes longer, or boost both of the pulsing crimson under your skin, but sometimes critiquing it twice can
4,
work.
3, 1, 시작.
전원, 눈을 크게 뜨고 보트를 찾는데 전념하도록.
Though I think it'll be slightly harder to trigger that effect on you right now than it has been for me doing a mirror dungeon, because doing a mirror dungeon I usually bring what's his face? You branch Heathcliff, because he applies both a burn and a rapture pretty nicely, which is 2 effects, so which helps here. Yeah. Man, we will commence a search. The boat must be found as soon as possible. No, it's just because Dante wanted to find it. I don't think it survived, Otis.
아니, 눈은 크게 뜨지 않아도 돼.
No, there is no need for a search.
오른쪽
400 meters to your right, there is
그곳에 우리가 타고 온 배가
boat.
나쁘지 않은 관찰력이군.
Quite observant you are. Let's not waste any time and return to the boat. Why are you returning to the boat? You're in the whale's stomach.
마지막까지 들어야 한다. 배의
Allow
70%
me to
이상이
finish.
파손된 채로
Here is
바닥에
the
처박혀
boat
있다.
in a ditch. 75% of its hull integrity has been breached, and its remains are scattered on the ground.
와, 그렇다면 이건
Wow, so this was a piece of our boat, huh?
다회 사용을 고려해서 만든 배였는데
That
말이죠.
vessel was designed to be used more than 3 times. Pope House. 1 second. She inflicts Pallid Vibrant when the target. Yeah, has mild color rouge, blue, and touche. Howdy. I can. I'll at the same time. Yeah, which at least unless I missing something, at least from my perspective, is just something that sometimes just kind of happens using here. But if it's not exactly something I can that easily aim to. Okay, inflict all 3. Hanlu was pointing at the pitiful sight of an absolutely busted looking piece of the propeller. Well, to be exact, busted pieces of the propeller and what appeared to have been our boat's engines. Something comes to a sputtering halt amidst the wreckage.
기어이 숨을 거두는가.
Thus it rests here forevermore.
이 장면을 봤다면
This would have been quite the painful sight
크게 상심했을
for
것이야.
Mika and Rain. You know what would make it extra painful for Mika and Rain? Getting, swallowed by a whale. And possibly dying in the process of escaping. That might be the worst part of that. QS1 only inflicts rouge, QS2 and 3 do blue and 2 howdies, and here S2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah. this is a pretty painful sight for us too.
저희
So,
어떻게 해야?
what do we... I do not know how they were getting... like, okay. They were in a whale, that's bad. Their boat is gone, that's bad. Their main boat is even further. I don't know how they're getting out of this whole situation.
관리자님, 여전히 황금가지의 위치는 느껴지시죠?
Manager, you can still sense the golden bow, right? Yeah, unlike at the lobotomy cup branch, I can definitely feel that it's somewhere in here, but it's also pretty far away, so I can't tell where it exactly.
시계를 돌릴 준비
Great.
되어 있으시고.
Are you ready to tune the clock? What's that about tuning the clock? Oh. The whaler's pallor had taken over their bodies and minds. Oh, Limbus right there. Oh. Tune the whale into a boat. Yeah! Seems difficult, I will say. I think there might even be easier routes than that, but maybe they'll figure something out. Yeah, so like this can inflict mild color rouge and blue and touche, howdy. Let's go there.
감상은 어떤가요?
어중간한 예술은 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
더 야성적인 깊이로.
But in my experience, at least so far, that
임파스터.
that's the least reliable way of getting here to trigger her transformation. Oh, there is a Doctor Who episode about the whale boat. It's like it's the second one for the 11th Doctor, I think. Hey, greetings, Kiwami. I am streaming in the Limbus once more. I've been really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me see something. Where is... I'm scared, right? You have some episode. I've watched some Doctor Who. Also, I know that it's the second episode with Amy Pond because it's her first time going somewhere other than Earth. So, yeah. Also, the 11th Doctor is... Okay, he's not... Maybe my favorite? I don't know. I like the 11th Doctor. Okay, so... let's just do it. Let's do it. Never mind. I was thinking of doing something else.
훌륭한 탐.
Okay, I do mirror dungeons much more often than a dungeon, obviously, because just the way things work. So I'm not sure I always remember the differences between how they function differently. Do I retain my ego resources between sections of a normal dungeon? I actually cannot remember, since it's been a bit since the last normal dungeon. At the very least, I should observe whether we do in a minute. You do retain them, but you don't retain sanity after waypoint. You can also swap support at waypoints too. Nice. Okay, that's fantastic. I mean, that means that Hanulu will be buffing Faust here in a moment.
훌륭한 단말만해요.
Right?
훌륭한 단말만해요.
이거 분강 맞지?
파우스트.
Yeah, right, they're buffing.
신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이랍니다.
저희 뼈로 틀을 잡고 이제야 친해졌네요.
Yeah. I do have. I've been really enjoying the arena team. I just got the arena Radian like maybe 2 days ago. Maybe it was 2 days ago I got the arena Radian. And honestly, I think she helps the team come together even more because of the synergies the team has. Yeah, let's bounce before more of those mermaids show up. Bounce? Where? We're trapped inside a whale.
우리도 곧
How are we gonna end up looking like them too? You know, we've been devoured.
지금 당장은
The golden bow inside Dante's head is likely counteracting the palladification effects on the sinuous bodies.
하지만 언제까지 지속될 수 있을지는 알 수 없겠죠.
But there is no guarantee that this defensive effect would last forever.
환경이 변해버렸으니까요.
We must take into account that we are in an unknown environment. In other words, spending too long here could turn us into mermaids, just like them. I wasn't sure if I could bring back a sinew that's turned into a mermaid. But where do we even go? I wonder if we'll at some point in this chapter answer that question. Will there be a sinew turned into a mermaid at some point and we have to do something to turn them back? That would be an interesting a story line in the chapter, because of the fact that that's something that's untested, untried. But where do we even go? It could add some tension if they do that. I don't have even the slightest idea as to where we might be.
이상하네요. 고래라는
Weird.
건 뱃속에서
I didn't know it could rain inside a whale's body. Badly. Yes, Hanlu. Thank you, Hanlu. I was still unsure where to go. So much so that I was starting to feel completely lost. When Hanlu suddenly blurted something about rain. What are you talking about?
아,
Oh, it's just I felt a few droplets of water on my shoulder.
야, 잠깐만.
Wait. So this is the first place we landed, and after the whalers swallowed us whole in it? Right. Sorry, I just sometimes need someone to confirm my common senses. When you eat something, where does it usually land first? People! What's going on here? This is unnatural. Heathcliff is being the voice of reason. That's not right. That's not right. The other sinners should be ashamed of themselves.
그거야 당연히 위장이지.
My stomach, of course. My post-starving stomach. Oh, don't worry, that stops very quickly. Okay, good. We'll come back to reality.
히스클리프 씨의 질문에 대한 의도가
I see your point, Heathcliff.
위장에선
The stomach constantly secretes acid in order to digest the food effectively.
학교에서 배웠던 것
Yeah,
같아요.
I think I learned about it in school. It's usually some kind of powerful acid. Heathcliff's more clever than we give him credit for, but he's as much a clown as anybody on this. He is clever, but I will say I think reasonable is something he's not. Reason and logic are two things that, at least to me, are less his style. Cleverness that does sometimes suit him, though.
닿는 것들을 분해하는.
It's a less logical sort of smouts that he has more often. It dissolves everything it touches.
아,
Oh!
그래서
So that's why my clothes melted where the water touched. Feels a bit prickly too. Hanlu, why? I stared at Hanlu's shoulder. Something had burrowed a hole there, and the surrounding skin was sizzling and melting away.
우리 도착하자마자 흐물흐물해지는 것이.
Are we fated to become poets so soon after our arrival? Hanlu, why?
하나 긍정적인 발견을 보고드리자면
There
일반적인
is one
생물체의
positive
생체
discovery,
기관과
however.
어느 정도 비슷한
This
메커니즘을
creature
띠고 있는 것
appears to
같군요.
share similar biological mechanisms and shapes as an ordinary organic life form. Indeed, I suppose, yeah. Hanlu's patience is something to only dream of, along with his rage-abating skills. Yeah! He does have excellent rage-abating skills. Whenever he opens his mouth, I know I'm not going... I know that I'm going to be upset. I don't know for what reason I will be. Nothing against him, he's great. I don't care how many pieces of you there are left, just make sure that there's something left for me to bring back. I was not aware one of my favorite sinners and still is iron people. It's not iron. It's more frustration at his obliviousness. Also, I think it might be a little different for me than for some people because like sometimes he says things that are like embarrassingly naive, right? I would say they're embarrassingly naive at times, and then I have to voice act that line for all of you, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't say this myself, people. Why am I saying this? Where are my coupons? I think they're in the belly of a whale. Unfortunately.
서두르지 말고 느긋하고 여유롭게.
Okay. Oh, and I think I have the same ego resources I did before. I don't think I lost any. I will just do that, yeah. So I've been running the Arena Pantalist students, the older ones, Isan and Otis in the Ring team. I've been running in mirror dungeons a bit. But I've been trying to decide if I should replace them with other characters in my arena-focused team. Not in the immediate present, but in the future, because, like, I am not sure they are on the same level. I'm not sure if they are the most optimal, but I'm not sure. I mean, technically they do count for certain buffs for my arena team. But that would mean he knows how to lockpick a safe. Oh, I'm sure he knows how to do all sorts of, what's the word I'm looking for? What's unsavory things. I'm sure that Heathcliff knows how to do plenty of unsavory things.
양밤이 떠올랐어요.
들리세요? 한 쌍의 상황보이다 24개의 늑골이 차 안에는 훌륭한 단발만해요.
더 야성적인
이제야 친해졌네요.
당신을 소재로 써보고 싶습니다.
예술적이네요.
At least that is my current head canon of who he is. I have no confirmation that lines up with who he is, but and so we ran, trying to weave our way between the pouring stomach acid. Oh, look, gross! Without even knowing where we were supposed to go.
이거 신기한 광경인.
Brings up the question, because so the stomach acid does seem to dissolve someone, but how does the palidification happen? Do they get dissolved, then do they become palidified? Palidified, is that the word? Oh, do we go the other way around? And usually they get palidified before the stomach acid gets to them, and maybe the palidification process makes them in some way immune to the effects of the stomach acid. Wow, man, what a funny sight, eh? I don't know who's talking. Funny? That's more suspicious than funny.
너무 크게 감탄을 하시는 바람에
You're too loud! Great, now we catch their attention. What's going on? Who's there?
당신들 말이야.
Hey, I heard you guys talking down there.
인어가 말을 하오.
Those mermaids speak?
우리는 인어가 아니야.
We're not mermaids. Have you seen a mermaid that's chatty? The Pallid Whale spits things up, so it's definitely accused before they hit the stomach. Pretty mysterious. Okay.
이들은 백화 현상이 일부만 진행되어
Their pallidification effects have only partially progressed.
그럼 뭐야?
So what does that make them? Half human? Half fish?
시간이 없어.
Well, we don't got much time, so I'll make it short.
여기는
The zone
10분에 한
floods with
번씩
acid every 10 minutes. So,
너희 몸이
unless you guys are all
이루어졌다면
made of
말리지
steel,
않겠지. 선택을 하는
you better decide fast. Either
우리가 내린 줄을 잡고
take the rope we're about to lower down, or become a sludgy nutrient for the whale and be one with it
한 몸이 돼.
forever and ever.
뭐 우린 너희들이 녹으면 무기만
Well, if you were to tune into sludge, we can still salvage your weapons. We don't got nothing to lose.
몇 명은 이미 조금 녹아버렸군.
That is slightly still. I don't think still enough. Some of them are already starting to melt. Do we even have a choice?
줄 내려.
Rope now! They muttered something amongst themselves, as though they found something funny about this situation, and tossed an odd-looking rope in our direction.
이 밧줄 느낌이 여기 이상한데?
This rope feels funny.
허파에서 뽑아온
The
모세의 혈관 다발이야.
eh,
산에도 1시간
that rope ride.
버틸 수 있어.
Those made of capillary we pulled straight from its lungs. It'll last more than an hour, even in its stomach acid.
그래.
Greg, why do you even ask that? I hate it. With Radia and her grumblings in tow, we struggled up the bundle of capillary code. I don't know who you guys are, but thanks.
야, 이번 낚시는 대성공이네.
Can I make out anything potentially more identifying about them now? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'm wondering if there's a chance they're like from the Limbus Company before team, or whatever they're called. Well, that's stuffed at all. Is he holding something in his other hand? I don't think so. Hell yeah, we're the cat! Will net us upwards of 3 gold coins for this, what?
이 째깍거리는 녀석은 더 찾을 것 같은데.
She looks like she's wearing an apron. Have these people been in here for a while? I think this tic-tac in the front might be worth more than that.
낚시? 우리를 낚았다는 말인가?
Good morning, Pillowhead. A catch? You think you fished us up?
우린 정기적으로 이곳을
We come here every once in a while to check if anyone's washed up yet. What? Just woke up, that's true.
하지만 절반
But most of them bowcasteries are already almost full mermaids by the time we find them. In a matter of minutes, they're all rearing to kill us, and the rest are
나머지 절반은
just your everyday mermaids.
저희가 특별한 경우였군요.
So this is a special occasion then.
말도 하고 인어가 되어가고
This is
있지 않은
probably the first
선원들을
time ever
만난 건
that we've found sailors that could not only attack, but also weren't halfway turned into mermaids. So why do you guys come here every once in a while then?
이 시계머리 선원은 계속
The clock front keeps tick-tocking. Are they saying something? Doubt they're a full-on robot. Is the mad scientist gonna complete Canto 5 here? Honestly, those of you who have played through this could probably tell me better than I could. I'm guessing our stream's going to go for between 3 to 4 hours. Oh, I don't know. Also, Radian's other defense critique can inflict both types of mild color as well as touche howdy if she reuses the coin 3 times. Yes, which requires your target to have 6+ types of negative effect. Also, she can't use critique twice in a row, unfortunately. I think you might need an extra stream. It's not as long as Dan's, but it's not short. My guess was that we wanted to be able to get through a dungeon at this point in the game in one stream. The dungeons, yeah, I don't think we got through Yisan's or Sinclair's in a single stream. Also, that is the right way to say howdy. Okay, fantastic. I wasn't sure because is that French? I think. Don't most people prefer to keep the ability to speak even when replacing their bodies with prosthetics? Because the trends have really changed since we got here. Yeah, it's French. French for Pillow, I'm saying the abilities of the Reen of Harvest Radian have some French roads in them. Touche howdy. Something blow, and what's the Radian route? Which makes it funny that Muso has a Harvest lady. Yeah. So that baddie there, well, it's a long story, but yeah, they can't communicate normally. Well, good. Everyone's got a story they don't want to tell. We can sympathize a little. Talking ain't the easiest thing to do. Canonically confirms Muso is French, so trust the pillow. I can't. I'm almost. Okay, wait. It's been a bit. Near the start, I think it was during Radia's Canto that I did read through the stranger that Muso is based on. I'm almost certain it takes place in a French and the author was French. Yeah. Also, he's weird. He only inflicts rouge, but he inflicts a lot of it. Yeah, honestly, I think he's. I find him a lot less interesting than the other of the new batch of arena characters. Radia, Hanalu, and Faust are a lot more interesting than Arena Mirso.
우리를 만난 걸 다행으로
Consider yourselves locked out, fellas. You guys run into us of all things. Cause we'll be getting out of here real soon. I don't think that's true. The guy looks like a Starbucks smoker. Oh, I totally agree. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I actually worried before I got the new Rajan that I wouldn't enjoy having him, because I was kind of iffy on the Mirso that kind of correlates to here, but no. We followed their confident guiding steps, but there was no way to look at this situation without a bit of suspicion. Why is the audio messed up? Wait, what audio? Where do you think they're taking us? What if they're leading us into a trap?
공격을 하려고 했다면
If they were trying to attack us, they would have done so when we were almost at the top of the cliff. We were completely vulnerable to attacks there.
그리고
And Ishmael opened her mouth as though she was about to say something.
저 작살 분명 본 적이 있어.
I'm sure I've seen that harpoon before somewhere. Now, does the harpoon seem familiar, or the harpoon and the people seem familiar to you?
그런데 너희는 어느 배 출신이라고 했지?
My agreement on Mirso's rune ID before being born before pillars. Oh, let me. Sometimes the chat gets a little messed up. Sometimes, especially when you put something in a chat, it'll appear in a different order for you than it appears for other people, especially. Because your client side registers the timing a little differently than the server. So what ship are you guys from again?
그게
It's called the Limbus. You probably haven't heard of it, yeah?
인어도 아니면서 왜 그렇게 어물거리지?
Arena Mirso's ID is kinda mid. It's not that good, not that bad. Yeah. Though, it's probably pretty, in some ways, pretty nice for my ring team specifically, because multiple of them have different things that at the very least minorly care about the number of ring characters in it. And they also like to have multiple negative status effects on enemies and stuff, yeah. Well, talk straight, man. It's not like you're a mermaid. Who's your captain? If they're from Europe, their name just might ring a bell. Who's our captain again? I don't know, guys. I've never taken the helm. Not sure if I can call myself a captain here. The helm! Forsooth! If this be all about who handles the wheel... Karan is the captain!
된다! 알고 있어! 가론군이 선장님!
know quite well away with our captain. Karan is our captain indeed. Sounds fantastic. This works for me. Nope. Never heard of him. I guess it's really been a while then. You might be surprised if you met our captain. He scratched his head. Captain Karan clearly didn't ring a bell.
당신들 이곳에 갇힌 지 어느 정도가 지났죠?
Which of the guys are you saying looks like a Starbucks worker? How long has it been since you were trapped in here?
8달.
I don't think that's true. 8 months?
아니 멍청아 3년이야.
No, Damas, this is our 3rd year. Our last count was at 644 days, so I don't think that's correct either.
모르겠다.
I don't know, lady. I quit counting the days a while ago. I've completely lost track of the time since we got stuck deep in the side where the sun didn't shine.
그렇군요.
I see.
제가 알기론
I know only one person who ties a knot to their harpoon like that.
하나밖에 없어서.
이거 절박 매듭이라는 거야.
Is there a town in the stomach somewhere?
묶을 수 있지.
Oh, is this person from the same town as the person that Ishmael is thinking of? Oh, it's called the Dusper. It's not. Even in our town, only the experienced few knows how to tie it.
그럼 이곳에 있다는 거잖아.
So they're here?
나 당신의 이름
I think I know you.
알것 같.
Ishmael comes to a sudden stop. So do our guides. Not because of what she said. Okay, technically we could we could change characters here. I think I'm just rolling with it. Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 시작.
자, 피커드 타운에 온 걸 환영한다.
Oh, look at that. Looks like a delightful place to live, doesn't it? Yuck, gross. Here we are. Welcome to Packward Town.
선장님, 저희가 왔습니다. 어떤 걸 건져 올렸는지 보세요.
We're back, Captain. Look what we fished up. Captain?
역시 자네의 수색 솜씨만큼은 나무랄 데
Quite
없이
the catch indeed. You certainly are an excellent scout, Stoutback. Is this? A wiry old woman approached us, her harsh voice tickling our ears.
금화 2개는
2 gold coins for you, lad.
쌍둥이
And here's one for the twins. Oh! Oh! I feel like I should have cut that. I feel like I should have cut that. Wait. It's been a bit since I read Moby Dick. Years since I read Moby Dick. And... I think there's a part, if I'm remembering right, where Ahab promises a gold coin to who spats the whale or something like that, and promises a coin to who spats the whale. So just a few minutes ago they mentioned gold coins, and I'm like, that's weird. Have we ever heard gold coins mentioned? Currency, really? And here we are. I have returned. Welcome back.
감사합니다, 선장님.
Thank you, Captain.
이 피코드
It
타운의 새로운
has
주민들이
been
온 건데
a long while since our Pequod town gained new villages.
주민?
Villagers? Not guests?
발을 들인 순간부터
That woman seems to think us already bound to the village.
역시
I knew it.
나는 이 불쌍한 선원을
Welcome. I have built this village and watched over these poor wretched souls. Soon, I shall set sail on the final voyage with my crew. Fantastic, fantastic. Wanting to get some more people killed?
에이헤브다.
I am Captain Ahab. Oh, whoa, I'm so surprised that you're Captain Ahab. Ah, Ishmael.
이 순간을 얼마나 원하고 원했는지 몰랐을 거고 앞으로도
You
영영되겠지.
have no idea how I've waited, how I've planned for this moment. You won't have it now,
알 새도 없이
because I'll gut you like a fish before you even have the chance to find out. Matrin Ishmael charged at Ahab.
열렬한 환영이군 이스마일.
Oh, you did recognize her. It seemed you hadn't mentioned anything. Wondered if you didn't recognize her. What a way to greet your Captain Ishmael. The captain remained serene, even as Ishmael suddenly charged at her. Ishmael. Hey, now that you mention it.
등에도 모르는 것들이고 선장님을
You
공격하다니.
dangerous bastards! How dare you attack our captain?
본때를 보여주겠다.
We'll show you what we're made of.
다시 그 위산에 던져.
We'll toss you back into the river of acid. Good luck with that. I don't think we intend to let you toss us into the river of acid.
감상은 어떤가?
어중간한 예술은
파우스트?
The Alex Master Team versus Canto 5. Now you make me feel bad for using this team. It may...
나쁘지 않아요. 왜냐하면 예술을.
I really enjoy the arena synergies though.
점 찍었네.
이거 분강 맞지? 야! 아니었던 것 같긴 한데. 아무튼 슬램!
더 야성적인 김피로.
It's a nice team.
거기서 지켜보시죠.
Has some notoriously annoying enemies, so you'll need to match on your side. Okay. Okay. Something with Mirror Dungeon that I enjoy with this team is you can go, and there's a number of different builds. You can go as far as ego gifts and still have it work great, but in different ways. I've done the arena team with 1 or 2 different side characters on it. As Sinking, I've done the arena team basically like this is Bleed. I've done the arena team as Chowd because these two really care about Chowd, which is just kind of fun that they can pivot to different powerful abilities. It functions a little differently depending on which, but you had to fight these with 00 IDs. Oh no.
점 찍었네. 훌륭한 단말만해요.
No, 00 IDs does not sound fun. Well, I mean, I do like some 00 IDs, and technically I do have one 00 ID. Here. And actually, well, I have 2 00 IDs. Though I have some 000 Otis IDs. I don't think I have a single 000 Ryoshu though. Though I'm trying to get a 000 one right now. This is so mad. So, actually, I almost want to explain what my favorite thing about the team is. My favorite thing about running the mirror team is Hanlu. Like the way his viewing the tableau works, with it being like this countdown to the big move. It's kind of fun to me, and because also we build up some other stats, and the big move is both faster to pull up and more effective with more arena members. That's fun. What I mean by more effective is he puts more buffs out there with more arena members. It's a fun build up to a big move.
발톱 모양의 상처, 깨라는 소재를 통달한다면
In some ways it feels similar to me too when I get to use the other nurse father nurse father Isan, because Newsfather-san, Index Newsfather,
이거 분강 맞지?
also has like a build up to a really big move.
보여드려야겠군요.
But part of the difference is I don't think I have that many characters with much of any synergy with Newsfather-san. I think when I ran a Newsfather-san, it's kind of just because he's good. And I don't really have much that actually synergizes. When I do really like having good synergy in the games. And like, we're getting very close to closing a time with Hanlu. I suppose it's also funny that I say that I like synergy like in games, but at the same time a few minutes ago I said something that kind of contradicted that, in that I mentioned that in Mirror Dungeon, if I'm running this team, I can go for a bunch of different options for ego gift builds because of their negative statuses that they work with. Actually, before we enter this, we're going to take a quick break, really quick. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, and we'll be going for a while longer after this. If y'all enjoying, consider leaving a like during the break. I'll be right back. I'm back. The Middle Newsfather will be coming out on Wednesday, though your synergy with Ishmael will be a bit strange if... if your trailer doesn't... I watched your trailer, I didn't pay enough attention to it. I can't remember what I was doing earlier. I was watching it while doing something else. Kind of. Maybe while playing Genshin Impact or something else earlier. I don't remember seeing how she interacted with Ishmael. Blade of the House of Spiders, Ryoshu versus Middle News Father. Oh, it is Middle Ishmael loses no matter what. It's technically a spoiler, so maybe for the best. Alright. Currently I am inclined to say this, I think. I kind of feel like I might be saving a bunch of sanity, what sanity I can to do some polls on for Middle News Father, because I think because I want to get Middle Ryoshu, and I'm not Middle Ryoshu. What am I saying? Words. House of Spiders Ryoshu. Because, and I'm guessing another News Father will have synergy with Ryoshu. Though not in the way most characters have synergy.
엄중한 심사 부탁드립니다.
변변찮은 선원들만 남았나 봐.
Not a lot of man left, Ahab. Ishmael quickly leaped to the side, evading a harpooner that struck the spot she was just standing on.
또 누가?
Who's this now?
내 배 선원들은
My crew is nothing if not loyal. More so than anyone in the world.
그 중에서도 여기 있는 선원은 세상에서 가장 훌륭한
And this one here is second to none when it comes to harpooneering.
그러니까
So, do you still fail to see that to attack me here is to court death? Oh, believe me, Ahab, the seniors very much court death. Very much so. In fact, they've died quite a number of times, Ahab. They're good friends with death. Okay, that's quite an intimidating mask. That mask reminds me of a certain character. It took me a moment to place it. The mask reminds me of... There's a character in Hell's Paradise, the anime Hell's Paradise. A very first few episodes of Hell's Paradise too. A sailor wearing an odd-looking mask joined the fray.
진짜 저 작살 크기 좀 봐.
Blimey, look at the size of the harpoon!
제대로 꿰뚫는다면
A direct hit from that will tear your bones to dust. That one's a real warrior.
아니 그딴 말
Could you stop being so bloody creepy for 1 second? Giving me the shivers out of nowhere. We know who that is, but don't say it. Well, in that case, my guess is that Queequeg. Because named character. If this is a named character. We will go. But
Sauvage.
yo, shimmering.
더 야성적인 깊이로.
Okay. Look at all of the statuses stacking up. Fantastic to see those.
엄마만큼은 못하지만
Look at all those statuses. Are those all the same? No. Deep breath and counter. Counter. Deep breath. Gain 10 poison. Plus 10 boys. Count critical hits. Okay, so we want to kill as many of the allies as possible. Also... we're going to go there, then everyone else and the allies. That should hopefully transform Radian. How do I want to do this? Do I want to do any egos? How much does 30 sanity? That's a bit much. I could do to remain oneself. Let's do to remain oneself. I don't think I have that great of egos for this team yet. I will admit. I think I can improve on the egos that I have. But that is a process. We'll get there. Let's go there.
재밌겠는데?
Hopefully we kill a lot of them.
흐릿한 등화 곱게 접은 종이에 번졌으니 식구의 하늘 용이 되어 빈 벼루에 남았구나.
Okay, nice.
깨라는 소재를 통달한다면
Okay, here we go. Burst both the pulsating crimson. And then at the end of this round, she should
예술을 보여줄 시간이란다.
transform. Change forms.
이거 분강 맞지? 야! 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램! 내가 공격되면 애장
There we go.
특별히 보여줄게.
New form. Wolf hard or animal hard or whatever. Hard. That is. Wolf with horns. Something like that. It's arena theme. Let's see. Pallid panic, what? If we gain this bind. 1 second, I feel like I should check this. Captain's Orders, tuned out if not at -45. Speed healer speed, tuned out if at -45. Be recover from panic at start. Every time a Puckward town faction ally is defeated, lose poison SP. Okay, so defeating the allies is very effective here. Inflict Paramount. Oh, I see. Alpaca crew tower gets this. Units take 50% damage. Ooh. Also, any particular... No, I mean blunt damage. I have a little blunt damage on the team. Okay. She's the reverse of the middle. Oh, yeah. Wow. Let's go with this. That should do some healing, and we could certainly use some healing here. Specifically, Hannah Lou is super low. Well, pretty low at least. Okay, we're going to go you and... Actually, I feel like my two weakest units here are Ishmael and Isan, so I'm kind of having them team up a little, work together a bit.
Sobacz.
알아. 오느라 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까.
Okay, a little heal. Oh wait, did you leave that enemy alive by 2 HP? In fact, actually, you guys don't tend to do a great job at slaughtering. You're supposed to slaughter more. Come on. Look at all those effects he has. Can I check how did Amber's Scarlet Math actually? I mean, well, heal. That's a tuned. Okay. Max stack 3. Okay. Do I want to... let's actually just use that again. And we will... Tibia's Malady. And... You two are going to work together to take that one out. And... You should be able to take that one out. Mirso, you can fight the boss.
Sobacz.
살반에 돕게. 나쁘지 않아요. 알아. 오느라 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까.
How close are we to closing time for Hanlo? We should be close, right?
완성되었나?
Oh wait. Yes. Yes, literally right now. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to go here. And you, and you. We'll go there and there. And last but not least. There.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채.
Closing time.
항상 저희 영감을.
Oh, it's a shame we didn't get to the end of that. Because I feel like his environmental effect that he adds to the battlefield would fit right in here in Pequod Town. A bloody structure. Yeah. 1 second.
강해. 너희.
Olivia Strong.
그리고
But no sailors.
왜 말 띄엄띄엄 거슬리는군.
It's the opposite of Ryoshu, actually. Yeah. Why talk so slow? Irritating. She prefers to speed up conversation by shortening it to a single word.
단축할 것도 아니라.
If you're not abbreviating with acronyms, then all you're doing is wasting time. Okay, Ryoshu, if every single person abbreviated their sentences to acronyms like you did, no one would understand each other. Imagine like walking down the street and everyone's talking in acronyms. It would be like, this is nonsense. Ishmael's mace nicked the harpooner's mask. She came dangerously close to smashing their skull.
순순히 비켰어야지.
Should have gotten out of my way when I gave you the chance. Now I'm going to have to bash your face in.
그리고 너는 맞아. 뱃사람.
But you're our sailor.
그래,
Right?
우린 같은 뱃사람이니까.
Conversation would be very efficient time-wise, except for needing to step desk for elaboration every 5 seconds. Yeah. We both are. Queequeg! In a sudden explosive burst of energy, Ishmael bolted forth like a cannonball toward Queequeg before holding her in a tight embrace.
와우, 방금까지 머리통을 어쩌고 하지 않았어?
Oh, wasn't she saying something about bashing her face in just moments ago?
벗을 만난다는 건 그런 것 아니겠어.
This embrace is what one does when meeting an old fellow.
그렇게라도 안아버리지.
You fear they may flutter away unless you hold them tightly. So,
머리색 못 잊어.
you're here. I'm still undecided exactly what I'm doing for Queequeg's voice. I'm like shifting a little. Yo, here. Color. Can't forget
이름 알아.
your name. I know.
하지만 안 되는
But
행동이.
no attacking, Captain.
장에게 공격.
왜 나는
Why? I'm just...
공격도 하면
You attack, Captain, again.
나도 공격해.
I attack you.
그땐 죽어.
Then kill or be killed.
둘 중에 하나.
One of us.
자, 어쩔 건가? 여기 있는 스타벅이
I feel bad for Ishmael. It seems like Ishmael is a very torn here. Because she does want to attack the captain still. But she does not want to fight Queequeg. At least that's my impression. Well now, Whatever shall you do? Stauback here has, out of the kindness of his heart, rescued you from jaws of death, invited you to my village.
너희는
Yet you elected to attack me, as if to spit on that very kindness.
만약 일반적인 항해였다면
Were we sailing the Great Lake, I would have had all of you tied and thrown overboard to be crushed underneath the keel of our ship, your lungs bloating with the lake's waters. There were at least 40 people living in the backward town, and that was a conservative estimate. Where did you suddenly get the estimate? Did someone just now hand Dante a census record of the town? Where did this estimate just come from? From the vicious glares, I could tell that every single one of them was fiercely loyal follower of Ahab. Or alternatively, maybe we've just found out Dante's past. Maybe Dante used to be a census person, a person who took the census. Maybe that is the answer. There's a population sign directly behind Ahab Sprite, but that's definitely it. Yeah, I think it definitely, yeah. Here we were in this unfamiliar environment, trapped and lost. Things aren't looking so good. A single word from Ahab and they'll be upon us. If we were to retreat, behind us is the river of stomach acid. Ahead of us is an unknown territory.
너무 그렇게 겁먹은 표정으로
Lads and lasses, cast fear from your hearts. It is lucky for you that I am nothing if not merciful. I shall forgive your transgressions thus far. That is a blatant lie, Ahab. A blatant lie. Didn't you just say, were we sailing the Great Lake, I would have had all of you tied and thrown overboard to be crushed underneath the keel of our ship, your land floating with lakes, waters, and also saying, I am nothing if not merciful. Oh yes, Ahab, because it seems you've taken us for complete morons. We're going to believe that sentence after you just said that. Also, I believe, you know, if someone thinks back to the book Moby Dick, the very first thing they think of is, oh, that was a book about mercy, right? Mercy, yeah.
나는 너희에게
I have questions I would like to ask you, and I am certain that you have a few for me as well.
그러니 나와 대화를 나누려는 용의가 있다면 내 선장실로
If you are willing to talk, then enter the captain's quarters. Something I want to see these characters without them being politicated. Like, I want to see the details on Ahab without this politification on here.
어디까지나 평화롭게
In peace, mind. Ahab casually turned around and marched into one of the buildings. She carried herself with utmost confidence. It was almost like she knew that we would follow, that we had no choice but to follow.
야,
We do get flashbacks.
방금까지 눈을 보라리다가
We don't get old woman afternoon and gacha. Yeah, you can say that again. Oh, them blokes that were glaring at her, you gone like nothing happened.
선장, 용서했어. 그렇다면 다들
Captain forgave, and everyone also forgives. I forgive too.
방금까지 죽자 살자 덤벼든 놈을 두고
To turn your back on someone who was charging at you with murderous intent just moments ago. It's...
그래. 자신이 있다는
Yes.
거겠지.
She is confident.
얼마든지 기습을 다.
Confident. So she's got the numerical advantage, even if we were to press the offensive. Confident that we know there's more for us to lose by attacking her than by going along with her. She knows Queequeg has Ishmael on a leash.
방금 조형된 그 상황 하나만으로
With what just happened, she's made it clear as day that at least while we're in here, she has absolute control of the situation. Also, I think at least, I think it's also been made pretty clear that we're as the sinners, it's really just Ishmael that really wants to attack you. The rest of us could maybe go either way. And with Queequeg and Ishmael, with Queequeg's demand that Ishmael not attack the captain, we're probably not attacking either.
평화롭게 대화라니 가당치도 않아.
Attack with you in peace. Nonsense. It's not like we have a way out of here. Ishmael's gaze followed Queequeg, who walked wordlessly behind the captain. Now, something that has kind of been a question that needs addressed for a bit at this point, that hasn't been addressed or answered, is what makes the people of Pequod Town different? Is it just sheer chance, sheer luck that has stopped them from becoming mermaids? Or is there some other factor than a luck that has kept them sane? Well, I suppose has kept Ahab's crew sane, because Ahab, actually maybe Ahab's different in this, but the Ahab I know not known for sanity.
들어가죠.
Let's go.
저 개자식이
Let's listen to what that bastard's got to say.
어디로도 도망은 못 칠 테니.
There's nowhere to run after all.
저 새끼나 우리나.
For you or for us? Oh, wait, I should have read that. Sorry, I'm used to Mirror Dungeon and I do not read every single random. Oh, fantastic. Oh, wait, there. There's reverse nat when winning a clash using a Gloom Affinity skill. One ally with the lowest SP heals 5 SP. Okay. Neat. Useful technically. I don't think I have a lot of gloom in this group. I think I might have a little, but not a lot.
그런데 저 게시판에 적혀 있는 건 뭐야?
So what's that in the boat over there?
선원마다 배당되는 금화야.
Oh, you don't have a physical one. The number of gold coins assigned to each crewman and woman. We can collect them by fishing up useful stuff or by hunting mermaids. Ahab's in charge of the whole economy here, isn't she? And who's the one paying you? The captain, obviously. Also, I'm wondering if it's kind of been mentioned, but not explicitly stated. Like, they've mentioned other ships. Do we know for sure if any other ships have had members make it down here to the quad town? Or is it more like they've been expecting other ships, but they have no clue?
고래 뱃속에서 경제 활동이라도 있다는 것인가?
Are you saying that there is economic activity within the whale's stomach?
이곳에서는 금화를
What need of gold could you have in here, let alone the means of procuring them?
말했잖아. 우리 있는
Told you, we'll be getting out of here in just a little bit.
그리고 나는 벌써 63개의 금화를 받을 수 있어.
And once we're off this whale, I'll get paid 63 gold coins.
이 정도라면
Never that much, so I just might be able to snag myself a halfway decent ship. Less than inflation's gone nuts, that is. Oh, by the way, have you been to the Marlin boat ship lately? Any chance you saw the stingray flat up grill place? I wonder if it's still open.
오, 맛있어 보이는 이름인걸? 위치가 어딘데?
Oh, that sounds delish. Where is it? Looks like Ahab's giving out gold coins to her crew for their labor. The promise of a reward for services rendered. I'm sure that's a strong... You know... This right here, more than anything else I've seen so far, actually, I think, really proves their loyalty to Ahab. Because, like... honestly, I try to think of like a lot of I think about like different jobs and stuff, and think about like someone telling you, oh yeah, I will pay you every time for your paycheck. I will mark down. I will put a tally, and in a few years, probably, I will pay you for all the tallies I've marked down. Most of those people would not. That system would not. Most people, that system would not work for them. Most people, and there are a lot of people who... You're paying me for this job in a few years. You're going to put fake little tallies down, and you're expecting me to believe that in a few years you'll have the payment for me when we leave. What? I needed to eat this week.
이스마엘.
Yeah, Ishmael. You really cut me off guard earlier. Seriously, I didn't think I'd find you here of all the places. When we're out of here, we should go crash at a bar and drink rum straight from a barrel. We'll make it a competition, just like the good old days. Right, so did you get a chance to say hello to everyone? A little chat? I don't think so. If I was a member and we managed to get out, I would be happy just to be alive. That's... yeah. This place seems horrible. And oh man, you sure did grow your hair out. Whatever happened to Lan here was annoying.
질문이 많네요.
That's a lot of questions at once.
다들 저랑 이야기도 나누고 싶어 하지 않던데요.
I don't think any of them want to chat with me. I can tell from the looks they're giving me. Sometimes people from other ships would join us in the village, but none of them lasted more than a day. We're the only ones who made it to this land. And it's all thanks to a solution our captain came up with. Okay, here we go. What is this?
해결책?
A solution? A way to stop our bodies and minds from turning pallid. What is it? As you can see, with our captain, we would have long been turned into mermaids. Without the captain, this village wouldn't exist. What's the solution? Oh, I see. I get it. This is why. This makes sense. So anyone that dares antagonize the captain is our enemy. Because to stand against the captain is to stand against our very survival.
이런 사람이었나요? 스타벅.
You've changed, Starbuck.
꽤 선장에
I remember you batting heads with the captain all of the time. I wonder if the captain's made an example of anyone. In some way letting the pallidification to happen to someone to make an example of that person to reinforce that these people do have to obey her and stay loyal to her. Did I? Don't forget who trapped all of you here in the first place, led us to our deaths. Ishmael coldly walks past Starbuck before entering the office. I thought he was an old mate of yours.
스타벅 피코드 후에 1등 항해사.
Starbuck, first mate of the Packard. Oh, there's a first mate ID. I was looking at the Packard IDs earlier today.
모두에게 좋은 사람이 되고 싶어.
He wanted to be a good person to everyone.
선장과
And he was the
가까운 사람이
closest of the crew to the captain's ear.
가까운 만큼
Which meant they also squabbled pretty often.
상관없었죠.
But it didn't matter in the end.
에이헤브는 평등하다고 말할 중.
Ahab was equally indifferent to everyone anyway.
누추한 자리를 내주는 건 이해를 해주도록.
Please excuse the state of my office.
럼주라도 있으면 금상첨.
A bottle of rum and this would have gone down much smoother. Yet, after all this time we've spent stuck in here, I've not a single bottle of it. I've not seen a single bottle of it float its way in.
협상은 제가 주도해 보도록 하겠습니다.
Executive manager, allow me to take charge of this negotiation. Oh, I think you're right. Is that the drawing of the whale on the on the right? Here? I think Otis would be a decent one to take charge of this negotiation. Ishmael cannot be trusted to make a rational decision, and you, executive manager, cannot properly communicate with this woman. She will only hear your ticking sounds. Actually, I wonder, can I think of anyone else who I think would communicate well to negotiate with him? Let's see, the other sinners. There's a chance Radian could be good. She's social. Captain to captain, yeah. Otis does seem like a good idea. Radian could. I also feel maybe he doesn't exactly come to mind as a social character, but I think someone who could be a decent pick for a negotiation here. A negotiation could be Mirso. I think Mirso is someone who would not get strung out easily, and would state he wouldn't exactly be like he wouldn't exactly hide his intention very much from the other party, but he wouldn't be strung out, and he wouldn't be pushed around by emotions, and I think Mirso's a decent like third ace at least. Radia could definitely call her on her bull since she's used to dealing with Sanya, and yeah, I think those are the three top choices here. But Otis, sure.
에이헤브 선장이랬나?
Captain Ahab, is it? Oui.
감히 맞춰볼까?
Allow me to hazard a guess. You rode in here voluntarily in search of something that the Pallid Whale devoured.
그렇다는
This means that you and your present company have also found a way to keep yourselves from tuning into mermaids. No, we kinda got lucky, I feel like. We didn't know how effective this method would prove. I feel like we've gotten rather lucky.
뭐 여기까지 오니
Well, I don't suppose there's any point hiding it when we've already come this far.
우리는 어떤 물건을 찾고 있어. 어떻게 생겼냐면 말이오.
That's a great joke. Actually, we're Limbus Company, not present. We are in a search of a certain object. its appearance is as thus. Okay, yeah, it's got some spokes, it spins, and the wind. Wait, no, we're not looking for a windmill at this time. Never mind. Don Quixote started explaining, looking around excitedly as though she expected the captain to suddenly produce the golden bow from her pockets.
잠깐, 그렇게 함부로 알려줘도 되는 거야? 좀 더 상의한 후에.
Wait, are we really going to just tell her everything? Why don't we talk about this between us first? Yeah, no, I don't think the plan was for Don Quixote to do the... Okay. If we're to rank the people who are worst at the negotiation, Don Quixote is probably in the bottom 3 at worst at the negotiation. I think the worst people at this negotiation would be Don Quixote, Honolulu, and I had the other person. Ryoshu.
아이고,
I know what you seek. A golden stick of sorts, I presume.
내가 틀려.
Amaran.
뭐?
Sinclair would fold instantly. Maybe. I feel like I put him at like 4th roast at the negotiation. Maybe. I feel like he's grown since his Canto. Has he grown enough? Maybe not. We couldn't even deny her accusations thanks to Grago extremely telling reaction, though Grago has demoted himself in other negotiation rankings.
난 그게 어디에 있는?
And you know who we are actually finding out who is worst at the negotiation? The worst one at this negotiation is sticking all the sinners in the same room for it. It seems to be that's a bad idea, because now we get all of the weaknesses all at once. I know where to find it.
심지어
I can even bring you to it.
뿐인 말일 수도 있겠지.
How do we know that you aren't bluffing?
맞아요.
Yeah, what if you just overheard while we were talking?
내가 보았다는 증거.
I shall prove it to you. Then, from that branch emanates a very far-reaching golden light. Its glow is warm and bright, yet not bright enough to be blinding.
황금 가지를
It appears that she at least knows of a golden bow. And I think that she has been in the whale's stomach too long to possibly know of it unless she's seen the one that was swallowed by the whale.
관련되지 않은 사람이 알 수 있는 정보의 한계.
What she has just told us no more than what an unrelated individual should be able to know.
그래 보아야. 위치는 가르쳐주지 않을
Still, I
심정이지만
don't believe she's really about to tell us where the bow is.
내가 왜
You
숨길
presume
것을
that I would not pout with this information? I've nothing to hide. Ahab slammed the desk and leaned aggressively toward us. She wore a knowing grin, as though she knew exactly what we wanted and what we were about to say to get it. She acts like we were dancing in the palm of her hand. Let us speak plainly here. I have naught to hide from you. In fact, I dare say that it is you who are withholding things from me.
막대의
You called that stick
상금가지라고 해.
the golden bow, did you? Well then, that golden bow is at the dead center of this accursed whale.
중심이라.
What's the dead center?
고동소리가 들려.
The upper center of this deep, resonant thumping. The spring of life that fuels this beast.
심장.
The heart. The heart that seeps with all that is evil in the world.
하지만 다행으로
But you are in luck.
마침
It just so happens that the Pequod has set course for that very same destination, and we plan to set sail in the very near future.
심장을 터뜨리는 것만이 이곳을 나갈 수 있는 유일한 방법이기 때문이다.
Because the only way out of the whale is by destroying its heart. I think the objective center of the body is probably around the liver or maybe the lungs. Yeah, I agree, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this whale's anatomy is exactly normal. In fact, I would hazard to say that, I don't know about any of you, but I can say myself, I don't have any towns inside of my anatomy. Certainly not a Pequod town.
신기하네요.
That's interesting. I wonder if this is just a coincidence.
어떤 점이 신기한 거죠?
What's so interesting about it?
심장까지 가려면
Isn't
많은
it
시간
interesting that after all of those years they spent preparing for their journey to the house, we just so happened to arrive as they were about to set sail? Okay, so there's not a golden tree in you? Maybe my microbes have iron. That's fair. That's fair. And I wouldn't want to step that unit. So there's two ways to go about this. If Hanalu is saying this, there's two ways to take him going. Isn't it interesting that after all this time they're only just now about to set sail? If he actually thinks that it's like a coincidence, then yeah, he'd be a terrible negotiator here. If he is actually calling them out, then he's a good negotiator. No. I have not else to say, but merely refer to the nature of fate. The threads of fate itself is weaved so that I, Ahab, shall be the one to pierce the heart of the Pallid Whale. I have set more sails in the belly of the beast than the number of your gritted teeth combined. I have been to every nook and cranny of this place, of which I clearly recall. He's had to get very good at negotiations. Okay. So, sometimes it's hard to tell with him if he's like calling someone else, someone out, or taking them at their word from me. There is no method upon this earth that I have not attempted to pierce this beast's hide. So allow me to preclude a few options for you. This beast's hide is as thick and impenetrable as our corpse fortress. All the weapons in the world will not be able to pierce it. Okay, our corpse fortress, that's interesting. Do we know any... And don't tell me what else, but... Do we know more about our corpse fortress, or is this a line that we haven't gotten further information of elsewhere in the game? Do any of the stories ever take place there or anything?
언제나 박아 넣었어. 내 작살.
I don't think it's a... maybe sometime. Maybe sometime. Why does a company that runs a private military need a fortress? Who knows? Tried to stab it with my harpoon.
상처는 내
Wound it. Yes. Puncture a hole? No.
뭐 믿지 못하겠다면 너희들이 들고 있는 그 무기들로 시도를 해봐도 좋겠지.
Well, if you find my words so difficult to believe, then feel free to give it a try with your own weapons.
흠집조차도 나지 않았긴 했소만.
Mine attempts hardly left a mark.
저자의 말이 정말이라면 쪽비 노인이나 LCA 팀의 시도가 다 소용이 없어진다는 거잖아.
If she's right, then it won't matter what the Indigo Aldo does, and it won't matter what LCA does. Well... I'm not going to underestimate the Indigo Aldo, I'll be honest. I have confidence in the Indigo Aldo's abilities.
시간이 지나도 구하러 올 수 없다는 거고.
I just think that maybe we should get out of the whale before the Indigo Aldo kills it. If he kills it. We know better than anyone. The crushing pain of surviving at a place such as this, with no hope of rescue. No sane mind survives such torment for long.
불쌍한 우리 선원.
Behold my pitiful crew. They hold on, tooth and nail, to their sense of self, as the pallid membrane tries to devour them whole.
없어. 여기
Nothing here.
아무것도
Nothing. None.
어떤 것도.
위장에서 흘러들어오는
We can do naught here but scavenge the flotsam that rushes up its stomach. Mermaid corpses Queequeg brings back from her hunts are only source of subsistence.
부드러워.
Fins.
사람이
Fins. Soft.
대체 어떻게 견디는 거야?
How the heck did you guys even survive here?
단 하나.
Faith.
선장님의
The
말을
faith
따르면
that
언젠가
as long as we follow our captain, she'll eventually lead us out of here.
우린 그걸로 버티는 거야.
I mean, no offense to Queequeg, but we're going to be too. Yeah, that's true.
그러니
Now give my offer a listen.
이 선원들
Captain Ahab of the Pequod, the leader of the Pequod town, have a responsibility to bring every single one of my crew home. Thus, I make this offer to you.
나는
I will destroy this bastard's heart, for none have I prepared. Now, all that remains is to be done is to set the plan in motion.
우리의 목적은 같지만
Our goals are the same, yet we each seek different treasures.
내 계획을
Assist me in my plan.
너희는
We will hunt this whale and escape, and the golden bow shall be yours.
잠시
We
이야기를
must
나누겠다.
discuss this amongst ourselves first.
얼마든지.
Take as much time as you want. Ahab nodded with a generous smile. We huddled in one corner of her office to discuss this.
이곳까지 타고 왔던 배는
The boat that carried us here is beyond salvaging.
그리고
Thus it follows that we require a new boat for us to escape the whale. Moreover, moving across the bodily fluids of this whale is necessary if we are to conduct an investigation of its interiors. For that, we require a new boat.
요차하면 저자들의 배를 강탈하는 것.
Then commandeering their vessel is also one of our options.
그렇게
Guys, they can hear us! Pipe down!
우리 배
Our ship, out to sail. Complex.
운전은
Only per quad
오로지
crew
할 수 있어.
can handle per quad ship
이곳
boats.
사람들만이
What'd I say?
뗏목부터 시작하자.
How much time would it take if we were to build a boat from scratch? From scratch? What scratch? From a stomach lining?
아무 재료도 없는 상태에서 산성에게도 견딜 수 있을 재질로 제작하는
Considering that we possess no necessary materials, considering that we must reinforce it to be resistant to the whale's acid, the estimated time of completion is... No, let's not even think about that. I agree. There are plenty of houses here that won't be housing people anymore.
그러죠.
Let's not.
제안이라 예상한 만큼 개소리네요.
So that's your offer. I could smell your bullshit coming from a mile away.
저자는 언제나 같아요.
She's not changed one bit, driving people to their deaths with bullshit that at a glance seems plausible. Oh, greetings, Shadow Clone.
이번에도 다를 바 없어요.
Nothing's changed.
저도 뭔가
Yeah,
싶은 사람이라는 생각이
there's something off about here.
우리끼리 할 방법은
Maybe we should just do this ourselves.
혓바닥이 길수록 조심해야 해.
Right. Never trust something that requires too much explaining.
저 사람들은 심장을
I think they've spent a long time building a plan to destroy the house and escape this place. Can we really do it on our own from scratch? I think Anu might be correct.
저희가
I
언제까지 버틸 수 있을지도
also don't know how long we could hold out in here.
그래, 저 선장만큼이나 이곳을 곳곳이 잘 알고 있는 자는
Shadow, I think you just spelled toaster. Does that mean that you're smarter than yourself? Yeah, that captain probably knows this place better than anyone.
그럼 우리가 인어가 되어서 서로를 죽이려 하거나
So our other options are
하게 되는 거야?
either turn into mermaids and kill each other, or remain in here forever, as they really don't. Are they really the only alternatives we've got? I have a question. How do they get a sufficient amount of breathable air in here? Especially with Grago and Ryoshu currently still smoking. I don't think that they should be smoking in here. Not only would I assume there to be a more limited amount of breathable air in this place, but I worry about there being potentially flammable gases or liquids in the digestive system. They're just holding their breath. Ah, perfect.
붉은 시선께서 우리를 버릴 리가 없어.
No, no, Don Quixote, no. The red gaze shall not abandon us.
이럴 때 의견 정하는 방법은 간단해. 배틀 로얄이다.
I mean, the body does contain a lot of oxygen. It just contains more nicotine now while containing chain smoke. True. We're having trouble coming to an agreement. I will mediate. Let's battle to the last person standing and have them decide. This right here is why I put Ryoshu in the bottom 3 at negotiations. She might have earned her place at the bottom place at negotiations. The sinners were all expressing their opinion, which were all very diametrically opposed to one another, with little hope of meeting somewhere in the middle. And I was unnerved by how easily Ahab managed to see right through us. It's what Ahab's good at. Ahab's office. I see that you are having some trouble coming to an agreement amongst yourselves. That is quite understandable. It should be clear as day that the answer is right before your eyes. My offer is perfect for your present, rather desperate situation. But that is the whims of fate. These seemingly implausible coincidental opportunities are the threads of fate weaving the path ahead for us. You must first learn to be someone who grips their destiny when it presents itself. It is common wisdom among every seafarer. Wait, does Dante need to breathe? What happens when they're underwater? I have been assuming that Dante does not need to breathe, and that they do not need to eat. Breathe or eat. That's been my assumption. I think you're right about the poison, Augusta. Yeah. Sinclair shuddered a little. A lot has happened. Various moments of past coincidence must have passed before every sinner's eyes. They don't eat, their inability to taste things comes up later. Okay. when we were almost sandwiched between two ships, when we encountered this floating mermaid on a deserted ship, when we fought a whale and its byproducts that came with the waves.
모두 들여다보는 듯한 말꼬락서니는
You and your arrogant, all-knowing speeches haven't changed one bit.
함부로
Don't
착각하지 마.
delude yourself.
당신과 함께 움직일
I'm not
생각은 전혀
joining
없어.
hands with you ever again.
지금도
Even now, I can't wait to chew you up and
씹어먹고
tear
싶은
you apart. What a face, what words. The girl finally learned how to speak like a proper sea dog worth her salt. Haven't you, Ishmael?
당신이 내 이름을 기억하지
Didn't think you'd remember my name.
어떻게 모를 수?
How could I not?
내가
I heard your voice moments before the whale swallowed me whole. The echoes of your voice, calling my name, scattering to the winds amidst the desolation. I can hear it clearly now, as though it happened but a day ago.
그때 나는 네 눈을 보았고
Even for a brief moment.
네 마음속 모든
Through the
것을
tempest, our eyes met, and I peered into the depths of your heart.
네가 그토록 원하는 게
Into the depths of your true desire. Ahab, she said your name 3 hours ago. Yeah. Ishmael, I can't. Yeah. Ahab strode toward Ishmael. Ishmael stood her ground. She glared at the old woman with her bloodshot eyes. Though, also to be fair to Ishmael. No, also, Ishmael is a pretty memorable name because I've never met someone named Ishmael.
그러니
So I'll give you what you want. Her voice was low yet personal, honest.
또 무슨 헛소리를
Let's see what kind of crap you come up with this time.
내가 바라는
Because what I want
나의 심장이지.
is my heart.
있잖아.
Ishmael, listen well.
네
I am
탄생하는 모습.
the first
제일
and the
유일하게
only
생각했어.
person who watched the birth of your life's greatest wish. How lovely! Yeah, I don't think it's quite the nice way.
그때 네 안에서 깨어난
The friendly way.
집념이 악에 바친 시선과 고함으로 사정없이
There was an awakening deep within you, a hateful obsession, screaming and thrashing with frenzy, so that you may one day get me yourself. And, you know, Ahab's very familiar with this type of thing. An obsession, screaming and thrashing with frenzy. Very, very familiar. Project Moon is very unsubtle with her metaphors.
아마 너는 그 생각만으로 버티며 이곳까지 온 거겠지?
That very desire is what has brought you before me. Past the trials and tribulations the world has thrown in your way. Am I wrong?
저들이 찾게
The
된
golden bar they
방법이
seek.
넌
You don't give a shit about that. Of course you don't.
내게는
My very heart is your golden bow, your plunder, the treasure you so desperately seek at the end of your journey.
나는 알았지.
I know
너는
that
여전히 훌륭한
deep inside,
작사.
you are still a sailor and a harpooner. An excellent one at that. I'ma go and reappear later when he's near the end. I'll see you later, below.
나와 눈을 처음
From the moment our reunion to now, you've been stabbing me over and over again in your heart, and not once have you averted your eyes. And what happened now that makes you? While you whale, I would have willingly given you my heart to kill. You'll give me your heart?
그 말이 허풍이 아니야.
You know better than anyone that I do not lie, Ishmael. You know where the bow of my accumulated passion has set course to. Help me destroy the whale's heart, and I, Captain Ahab, shall willingly give you my life. The question is when. Because I'm just saying, if you say immediately after killing the whale, that seems like you are then declaring that you're lying to someone. Because either you're lying that it's not going to be immediately after, or you've lied to all your people that they're getting their gold coins. I think. Might have bumped my mic there. It matters not the manner in which you end me. I will accept it all gladly. Ahab snatches. Ooh. Ishmael's harpoon and brings it close to her throat. Ooh, let's take a look at this. Look at this image. Maybe she's going to give Ishmael her bank account details so she can pay them for you. Maybe. Oh, whoops. Now, do you not wish to tear open my arteries? Allow me to make this task even easier for you. Shall I turn my neck so that my veins are plain to see? All of this is yours, as long as I can achieve my goals. The CGs are just so incredibly cool. Yeah. Oh, what a keen harpoon you have wielded. I can imagine the nights you've spent sharpening it, drawing a picture of my painful demise. You must have felt it, the call of destiny, your fate, just as I have. No one on this earth understands you better than I do, Ishmael. I know that very longing, that very burning hatred that consumes your days. You're right. I'm purely holding myself back from tearing into your arteries. Yet you do not act. Because even now, even as the tip of your razor-sharp harpoon tickles the fuzz on my neck, you know the truth so well that you are still too weak to kill me. How pitiful, yet how clever. The girl knows her place. Wow, Ahab. And that cleverness serves you well. A foolish sailor would not have accepted this very generous offer of mine.
창백한 고래를 죽이기만 한다면 내 손으로 끝을 낼 수 있다면
As long as I can kill the Pallid Whale with my own two hands, I care not what happens next.
굴러들어온 심장을 꿰뚫어라.
My heart is yours to harpoon, Ishmael.
나의 모든
I will be made complete at that very moment. What happens afterward, I could not care less. Ishmael laughed and laughed. She did not fight back with her biting tongue, nor did she sharply and rationally criticize the captain's word as she did ours. She laughed and laughed and laughed, gluing straight into Ahab's eyes.
좋아.
Yes! I like the look in your eyes. I can already see it.
머릿속에는
In fact, I may as well have already heard your decision from that look.
그래. 당신의 마지막 항해를 즐기길 바라지. 에이브.
Yeah, enjoy your last voyage, Ahab.
그리고
And whatever it takes, survive to the end of this voyage until you destroy the whale's heart. And I'll happily destroy you the moment you are made complete. I think I want to just play that line louder. Ahab's laugh.
그래. 뱃놈이 목표를 가졌으면 그런 눈이어야지.
Yes, now I see the eyes of a proper sea dog. Finally, conviction burns within your eyes.
실망시키지 않는다 이.
I shall not disappoint, Ishmael. Allow my heart to beat like the very tempest. Allow my heart to bleed hotter than the boiling blood of the lava whale, so that it may be a target worthy of your harpoon. Is the lava whale a different whale? I want to see the lava whale. I like fire and lava. A sense of overwhelming dread emanated from the poo's mad laughter. Neither I nor the other sneers dared intrude, in fact. There's both of their laughter. Their laughters are very much alike. To the point where I wasn't sure which belonged to Ishmael and which belonged to Ahab. What I was thinking then, I'm not really sure. It wasn't like we had any other choice, but maybe I was hoping that Ishmael would refuse the offer.
심장에 가는 항해에 동참하기로 했다면서.
So you're joining the journey to the heart? Ain't that nice? It's encouraging to have you lively looking fellas along for the ride. Not a hint of that pale membrane to be seen on yours. Oh, speaking of which, how are you all so okay? How come the Pallid Whale's got no effect on any of you? Curious, Stauback asked. Forsooth, that is...
그런 사정이
It's a long story. We just happened to get lucky and we'll leave it at that. I actually think that is kind of part of the story. Drago Katin and Black Stan Quixote's mouth. Okay. Captain's Quarters 3.
심장까지 도달하기 위해서는 꼭 완수해야만 하는 일.
There are tasks that must be completed if we are to reach the heart.
그리고
2 ships, 2 routes. They must go their separate ways to reach the heart. The Pequod will make its way through the pancreas. Wow. Wow, just that sentence to me. The Pequod make its way through the pancreas. Wow.
질문.
Question.
해라.
Shoot.
쇠장을 왜
Why are you the ones going through the pancreas?
쇠장은
The whale's pancreas is vast and filled with treacherous acid. To go in there without knowing when and where the acid will spew from is to dance with death. So I'm electing to bring those that have toiled here for you, not inexperienced landsmen such as you. Everything Limbus Company experiences is 95% luck. You might be correct. Ryoshu, do you want to go through the pancreas and wow? It's your favorite organ. Staubeck shrugged next to the captain. I also must mention that the pancreas is heavily populated by mermaids. It is better that we sailors, who have spent our entire lives hunting mermaids and whales, take that route instead. While there aren't any particularly powerful or troublesome mermaids, our numerical advantage will still be useful in that path. At the end of its pancreas, we will hew open its largest vein. Then its left heart atrium will open to supply blood to the area. Okay, so what about us? You will take this path, the right heart atrium connected to the lens. This is a narrow path, so a smaller vessel will serve you well. Some other things have made their way into the path I send you on. They are neither whale nor mermaid. Their numbers are small, but each of them may pose a difficult fight. What you lack in numbers, I assumed, you made up by your individual prowess. You and your man will shine in targeted strikes, not all-out battles that the Pequod will face through the pancreas. So this is the whole, there's a very whale-shaped creature through that path. This feels like it's the whole load of the arenas thing. We'll have the army take this path and the fellowship take that path. Were you not here, I would have had to send Staubeck, Queequeg, and at least 8 other good men that way. A boat divided will have a higher chance of failing. In fact, it had been a rather significant concern of mine. But you have arrived, fitting perfectly into this conundrum of a puzzle, as though fate itself has ordained it. Destiny as one fickle thing as yet not.
에이헤브 씨가 말한 다른 것이라면
Miss Ahab must be referring to the abnormalities that were swallowed alongside the lobotomy cope branch. So you know something about those odd creatures. Indeed, our encounter was ordained by fate. The very destiny that leads me to the heart of the whale. Kill the monsters there. You open the arteries, and the right atrium shall open. And we will meet again at the heart where the atriums meet. Then I shall enter and destroy its core, the heart of the heart, if you will. Part of me wonders if maybe if Ahab is really going to destroy the core, or I feel like with the way things have gone, there's a chance we end up fighting Ahab at the core. Why can I not remember the word? Distort. That there's a chance Ahab could distort at the core or something. I don't know. Really? You proclaim that there is a hout within a hout? I see that you have little experience contending a foe so great as the whale. It is obvious that such a colossal creature would have a heart that fuels its heart. I am not sure it is so obvious, Ahab. Is that supposed to be obvious? The sun shall shine on us again. Only when we destroy the heart, beating with the very essence of evil, through the whale's sanded flesh shall the gentle light reign over us. And you will impale me with the final harpoon to end my breath once and for all. While I am yet to analyze the geography of this entity, the general structure of the plan appears sound to me, Executive Manager. Yeah, I agree. Looks like Ahab wasn't kidding about checking every nook and cranny of the belly of the whale. She did all that with a singular desire to hunt and kill the great whale once and for all. And for such a long time. I still don't like this. Are we supposed to just, what, listen to some dodgy captain ordering us around? I thought the placard here was our boss. Why don't we just finish this with our own hands instead of relying on her? Let's just do this ourselves. Let one or two of us go mad and turn into a mermaid. At least it would have been our work at the end of the day. I will say, look at that. Is this character growth? Heathcliff acknowledging Dante as the boss. I thought the placard here was our boss. Still calling Dante the placard, but maybe it still counts as character growth.
참 대책 없는 발언이군.
A most irresponsible suggestion. I would have been the first to suggest that had I not estimated our losses to be higher than 1 or 2 of us. Oh, I'm very late. You are, yeah. We might be in dinner pretty soon.
하지 그랬냐?
So why didn't you?
이곳은
We are at a significant disadvantage when it comes to information on this battlefield. The executive manager's life may be at risk at any moment. You should do penis for the streams. Maybe. Like in Discord. I've thought about doing a penis in Discord for the streams. Yeah. But you guys... You're probably right. Sometimes I just worry about peening in the Discord annoying people, and then I'm like, if I peen in the Discord and annoy people, they might leave it, and I like it being a nice community, but if it gets to be annoying... Maybe make it a specific role. I think I need to add a I think I need to see if I can figure out how to add a Project Moon role. Or maybe Limbus Company, but I lean towards just like a Project Moon role as a whole, even though it's been a while since we've done any of the other 2 games. I think it could be a good idea to do a Project Moon one. Maybe. Opened Discord to see the Gacha Gaming channel. Yeah. Not even witless rookies risk a gamble with the lives of their superior. And all of that for your pride. What foolishness. What? Otis, of all people, scolding someone else for their pride. Otis? I got House of Spiders Ryoshu on my exactly 200th pull. Oh. Can you do anything with the ideality if that happens? Or is that just the worst luck in the world if that happens? I need to do some more pulls for here. I really want to get here. Wait, no, maybe I save my pull for Otis and dispense Ryoshu. You can purchase a free announcer. Oh. As long as we destroy the house, I can end here. As long as we destroy the house. She grits her teeth as she repeats it to herself like a mantra, so that she may never forget, not even for a moment. Right then, we will meet again at our rendezvous point. Let this be a good voyage to us all.
나의 선원들이여, 그토록 고대하던 태양을 볼 날이 얼마 남지 않았다.
Let sunlight is within our grasp, my dearest crew.
비릿하고 비열한 도시의 공기를 마시는 것도 말이야.
We will soon breathe deep the metallic traitorous stench of the city's air. Ahab provided us with a boat that could bring us all the way to the house.
피코드 선원만 간
Only Pequod crew steers Pequod boat.
그러니까
So I steer.
내가
Hey, that's fun. Queequeg joined us as our helmswoman. That's fun and nice. Queequeg wasn't lying. This boat wasn't like any other boat we'd ever seen. Its body was made of flesh and bones. I also noted that a few pieces of metal plates were visible between the organic materials. I still actually haven't used any other announcer other than Dante. I should try another one sometime. Our Pouty has gained a temporary tank. Yay! Only a crew of the Pequod could possibly know how to steer this bizarre ship. I think we will wrap it up here. It's a little bit of a show to stream because we had to start late today. A little late. A little late, so a little shorter than normal. It has ended up. We will be doing another Limbus Company stream soon, but our next stream is not a Limbus Company. Our next stream is a game we played a bit ago. Your Crown is Mine. If you missed it, Your Crown is Mine is a villainous life sim game with faux characters as romance options and stuff, and I'm voicing the characters much like I voice characters in this stream. I currently have it scheduled tomorrow, actually roughly 12 hours from now, but I think I'm postponing it later in the day because I'll actually be completely honest with you here. I was originally going to be DMing a game of D&D later in the day tomorrow. Not all of our players can make it though, so we're pushing that forward to the week after. As such, I think I can stream at our normal time instead of streaming earlier in the day. Actually, I'm DMing for some streamers that we often that we play with. It's going to be a game of D&D with some other streamers, but that's been postponed. So I think I'm going to stream at our normal time instead of early in the day, just because I like keeping some wait, oh, right. Do you see that? I am at level 233. The buying the battle pass has been such great value for me. At pass level 233, Kira Announcer has been acquired. Nice. I am heavily leaning towards spending just like 50 yellow boxes to get Ryoshu, and then saving my sanity for Otis coming up. Actually, maybe let's do that right now. Let's just see here. Why not? I'll save the rest of my sanity that I get until Otis comes out. Let's see here.
나락으로 데려가 주지. 아비들이 태워지고 베어질
Oh, that's some cool animation to that.
를 던져두고 더 이상 떠오르지 못하게 가라앉힐 나락이.
What Heathcliffs do you have? Here. I can't wait to try here. I don't think I currently have the thread to apply here all the way yet. Oh, also, wait, what roads do I get? I cannot be free from here, not without serving the inspector. Okay. Heathcliffs, I have Middle Brother, Heishao Pack Ubrand, Pack Rabbit, Ophi Association, Multi Crack and Cope, Savin Association, and Sea Association. I am a missing one House of Spiders ID, and I am thinking of using Baxes and Shouts to remedy that. I'm a missing Dawn, and we did a handful of doing Yisan's dungeon. We did use a support Don Quixote here, and I enjoyed her, especially alongside the Index Newsfather. I thought both of them were fun together. So honestly, I am. Let's put it at a 90% chance that I get this Don Quixote, but I'm probably not getting here when I'm currently spending all my current thread probably on uptying this Rio shoe. I'll wait till I at least have a bit more thread so I can then uptie this Don Quixote. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I might wait a few days. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to try this blade. Also, I know that in a mirror dungeon there is. I'm not sure if I have it unlocked in my ego gift compendium, but I know that there is a keywordless ego gift that kind of applies specifically to Blade of the House of Spiders, and I want to try that out. I also enjoyed this week. I found out I kind of started looking into Mirror Dungeon and Keyword Mirror Dungeon ego gifts a bit, and I got to try out the tier 4 Renefaction specific ego gift. I didn't realize how many really interesting ego gifts for some really niche purposes there were. I need to try out. I haven't tried it out, so I don't think I can see it. No, I can't see it. But one of the ego gifts in the recipe is the rad necktie here. There's a Liu Association specific ego gift. I need to try that one out for my Liu team, because I like my Liu Association team, and I do want to keep getting Liu Association members, the ones I don't have. Yeah. Niche ego gifts are the best recent addition to so far. Yeah. Also, I wonder if I need to wrap it up, but I wonder if there's it's keywordless. Let's sort it. Keywordless. Sort by tier. It's tier 3 keywordless. And I've acquired it before. This one, if there are no other allies remaining at the tune in. This one might be good. I mean, I haven't actually tried it, but this one might be good with the with Blade of the House of Spider. I can't wait to try her out. Anyways, I hope I will definitely be playing more Limbus Company next week. I will try to get out a schedule. It will definitely be on there. And I hope everyone has enjoyed today. And until next time, please do try and have a blast for me. Bye.